Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Denny. I'm a student mentor at the Donghai University International College. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the poster project guidelines. The best way to understand the requirements for poster projects is to look at some submissions from the past. So we're going to visit the ICIC website at icic.thu.edu.tw to look at some examples. Look at the top menu bar. Under the history section, this is where you'll find all the winning projects from previous years. We're going to look at 5 different winning projects from the ICIC 2023 contest. Under categories, you can see that in 2023, there are 4 types of submissions: academic, international perspectives, multimedia video, and social issues. Warning, these categories are different from this year's, so make sure that you understand this year's categories. Let's look at the number 1 poster in the academic category. This was the number 1 poster in the 2023 ICIC academic category. On the right side, the poster's number A-9 signifies it as the 9th poster in the academic category. The ICIC Conference Committee assigned this number to the poster after it had been accepted into the contest. When the contestant filled out that contest application form, he specified several items of information, which are visible here in the web display. First, he chose a title for the poster. Here is the title: Impacts of Organic Matter Addition on Growth Rate of Lettuce in Aquaponics Systems. Second, by using the university application form, he let the ICIC staff know that he was a university student. You can see this from the words university authors. Third, he specified the names of the authors. The first author was the student. Notice that he used his full name, Garim Jones, instead of just Garim, because a full name looks more professional. Garim also included a second author, Dr. Alexandra Jizzo, who was his faculty advisor at the Donghai University International College. Garim's poster was based on years of work with Dr. Drizzo, and he wanted to give her credit. Fourth, Garim identified his affiliation, that is his school, the Donghai University International College. Finally, Garim wrote an abstract that summarized the poster content. You can see the abstract right here under the author information. Now let's click on the poster to get a closer look. I clicked on the poster so we can get a closer view. This poster contains a great deal of detailed information. At the top, Garim put his title, authors, and affiliation. This is important because anyone who views the printed poster will want to know the topic, who did the project, and where it was done without having to consult the website. The poster shows not only that Garim studied at the International College, but also that he was in the Sustainability Science and Management program. Under this information is the poster content. This is divided into 5 major sections, each with a separate caption: introduction, objectives, materials and methods, results, discussion and conclusion, and references. Each section contains some text. In addition, there are photos, diagrams, and graphs. At the end, in the bottom right corner, there is a list of references, basically journal papers related to Garim's research. This definitely looks like a scientific poster. It contains all of the information you would expect in an experimental research paper, but in an abbreviated form. Garim's poster illustrates a basic principle in poster design. Text should be kept at a minimum. Whenever possible, information should be conveyed through visual elements such as tables, graphs, and photos. This will attract the viewer's interest. Now let's look at another poster. Poster I-21 is in the International Perspectives category. Here we can see that the title is clearly listed, Are You African? And that the authors are university students specified here. We can also see the university students' names listed after. They have also specified their affiliation as Changchun Christian University. Below, we can also see the abstract of their poster. Let's look at the poster image. Once again, the title is displayed at the top. It would have been better if this team had included their names and affiliation, but unfortunately this information is missing. Once again, the poster is divided into sections and the content is reinforced by images. However, the headings are quite different from those in Garim's poster. Do they speak the same language? Are the countries safe? And so on. The headers were chosen to convey the central message that we should recognize the diversity that exists between African countries. In design and appearance, this poster has a real personality that makes it more interesting. Poster S-5 belongs to the social issues category. The title is Marine Pollution versus Marine Life. The author applied as a high school student. In fact, her poster won first place among high school submissions in the social issues category. Here is the author's name. And here is the author's affiliation. And below it, once again, we can see the abstract of the poster. This poster has a social message that is supported by a forceful two-part image. There are two sections of text with the captions problem and solution that illustrate the choices faced by society. Poster S10 is also in the social issues category. The title is Micromobility at Donghai University. This is a university poster and it won second place. The authors, Devin Lewis and Mira Sheriff, have different affiliations. Devin is from SUNY College of Environmental Science and Mira is from Donghai University International College. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the abstract. Here we will find a button labeled Video. This link takes us to a short explanatory video where Devin and Mira introduce their poster content. Notice that the video only lasts 2 minutes and 39 seconds because there is a 3-minute limit on explanatory videos. Poster S-3 is also in the social issues category. The title is Harm or Reduce. The authors applied as high school students, and it is a 2-student team, and the members listed their names as Lanny and Sandy, although it would have been better for them to include their full names. And their affiliation is Taichung Linsen High School. Let's take a look at Lanny and Sandy's poster. The strength of this poster is its visual appeal. Rather than using sections with different captions, Lanny and Sandy adopted a comic book format. There are 5 frames, each with an accompanying text presenting actions and solutions to environmental problems. This poster, with its bold, attention-grabbing images, shows that even commonplace guidelines can become a resounding call to do what you know is right. Here in the abstract for Lanny and Sandy's poster, let's scroll to the bottom. Again, there is a video button. This video lasts 1 minute and 37 seconds, well under the 3-minute limit. In summary, at the ICIC project contest, each poster will be displayed online with 5 items of textual information. The first item of information is the poster's title, and the second item is the level. By using the correct application form, the group will identify its project as a university poster or a high school poster. The third item is the poster's authorship. The group must identify all authors, and sometimes this may include a teacher who played a supervisory role. Each poster group can have a maximum of 4 student members. It can additionally include a faculty supervisor. The fourth item includes author affiliations. Often, all authors will come from the same school. However, if they have different affiliations, then each author's name and school must be stated separately. The fifth item of information is the abstract. This is a summary of the poster's content, which is no longer than 300 words. In addition to the text items, each poster group must submit an explanatory video, no longer than 3 minutes, that introduces the poster content. In 2023, only some of the poster groups provided explanatory videos. However, this year the explanatory video will be required of all groups. The purpose of the video is to promote online attendance. Each poster group will speak in person with attendees who are physically present at the contest on the Donghai campus. The group will also communicate with online attendees through its explanatory video, which will be posted on the conference website. Then, of course, there is the poster itself. The poster should be submitted as a file in PDF, JPG, or PNG format. All posters will be printed on A1 paper, which will be at no cost to the contestants, and displayed at the conference location on the Donghai University campus. The file will also be uploaded to the conference website, along with textual information and explanatory video for online attendees. There are some basic elements that every academic poster should have. First, the poster should include a header that states its title, the authors, and their affiliations. Normally, the header appears at the top of the poster. The body of the poster should be organized into sections that fit the informational content. Each section should have a caption. It can include a combination of textual and visual elements, whatever is appropriate to the underlying message. The poster can also include a references section, listing information sources such as journal papers and books that contributed to the project. A basic principle is that text should be minimized, and whenever possible, tables, graphs, and photos should be used to convey information more efficiently. Anyone who is interested in the ICIC project contest will find many online resources related to the design of academic posters and videos. You may also watch the next section of the ICIC project contest orientation video.